Say action.
Action.
Welcome, and thank you for coming. When the gates of NF opened, that line has stuck with me since I first saw the rough cut of this video weeks ago. And what is through those gates? NF is a genetic disorder that causes tumors to grow on nerve endings throughout the body. It is highly variable, ranging from mild cases with just a few bumps on the skin to tumors that can cause blindness, deafness, disfigurement, and cancer. But whatever negative effects NF has on the body, it can have corresponding positive effects on the spirit. No greater evidence than the words we heard from those teenagers tonight. And as you'll hear later from this year's NF Ambassador, Bailey Gribben, who I look forward to you meeting later in the program. But I want to spend a couple minutes talking about something we all face every day. Choices. Where to live, where to work, who to marry. The choices we face are part of the human condition. But the NF community faces more choices and more difficulties. Avastin was first approved for cancer in 2004. In pilot trials, and I would like to note that you helped fund these trials several years ago at this very event, Avastin has been shown to have benefit in the NF2 community, with demonstrated tumor shrinkage and improved hearing. But Avastin has some serious side effects, one of which is early menopause. So think of the choice facing a young woman whose hearing is deteriorating. Join a pilot trial for Avastin, have a chance to preserve her hearing, but at the risk of going into early menopause? The choice becomes preserve hearing, preserve your ability to have children. Choices, difficult ones. Would you give your right eye to preserve your face? That's a choice a family faced recently. Their 7-year-old son had developed a plexiform tumor surrounding his right eye socket. Unfortunately, these are not uncommon. The only way to surgically remove the tumor and restore his face required removing his right eye. It is an anathema for surgeons to remove a good eye. The first thing that doctors are taught is first do no harm. But these parents wanted nothing more for their son than to be a normal boy, to be teased for the braces on his teeth and not for the tumor on his face. Choices. There is no cure yet. There's no cure for NF yet. We have made more progress in the last 5 years than we made in the previous 25. In 2005, there were 4 clinical trials for NF. Today, there are more than 30. 4 years ago, the cost to sequence one person's genome was $100,000. Today, that cost is $5,000, and it's heading down to $1,000. For a genetic disorder like NF, this is hugely important. Faster chips, cloud computing, more storage, these are all increasing quality of research and decreasing the cost. But more importantly even, is the way that we perform research is changing. While there'll always be a place for a solitary researcher working away in the lab on a proprietary idea, research is no longer a solitary pursuit like golf. It is more of a team sport like football, and no successful team fields 11 quarterbacks on the field. It's identifying with the right person with the right passion to join a project that will drive progress. Getting this right group of researchers together with focus and funding will drive progress far faster through team collaboration rather than individual competition. This is not always easy, as individuals and institutions are resistant to change. Just because something is hard is no reason not to do it. And this is just one of the areas that we are tackling at the Children's Tumor Foundation. While we are technically a nonprofit, I don't consider us a nonprofit at all. I'm very interested in earning a profit. The difference is I just want to spend all our profits on research. This year we will have over $10 million of revenue. According to generally accepted accounting principles, we will not earn a profit. But the vast majority of this $10 million that comes in our doors will leave fairly quickly through bank wires and checks to researchers around the globe. Biotechs and pharma companies, however, are measured by their profits, and university labs are measured by their publications and their patents. Our focus is solely on the patient. We're in business to be out of business. This does not make us nobler than industry. I want a healthy biotech and pharma industry that is reinvesting their profits. Nor does it make us nobler than universities. I want robust classrooms training young scientists. I want new discoveries in the lab, patents. But I want it faster. The NF community cannot wait. Better choices, faster choices. This is our mission. With your support, we will continue to develop the clinical pipeline that will help bring these choices faster. Tonight, it is our honor to recognize OncoSynergy, a biotech that is developing several compounds for an F as well as cancer. This is challenging work, but it holds the promise of better choices faster. We developed this short video to highlight the research process and introduce you to OncoSynergy's team that is committed to making possibilities a reality.